I'm excited every time I'm about to create a song. It's like this world that I step into. I start to think about what should the topic be today. So what happens is I hear the beat and the beat kind of tells me which way to go, or it pulls me in a whole different direction. And I'm excited all through it.
That's crazy, bro.
My writing process, I take bits and pieces from different stages of my life. I take that and I work with it today. I guess I was a young kid trying to write, and I would have notebooks of rhymes, stories. I had notepads full of raps, chapters, like this chapter is about girls. So there'll be a certain amount of paper, a divider there, girls. The next one would be about the next subject, and so on and so forth. And so if I had to spit something for you, and I had categories to go to. It went from that to changing it up to just off the top of the head. I would go between off the top of the head and writing. Probably everybody feels that way because once you do it for so long, you don't need to write it anymore. I like to just say stuff and say stuff that feels good. Say stuff that matters to me. When you write it down, you might lose some of that. You might lose it, at least for me. So if I say it, it's right there on the spot, it's spontaneous, it's raw, it's straight out the heart or the mind. And now my writing process is notes in my phone. Using my phone opposed to paper, I've done it on paper so long. A phone is easier to handle. It's like I'm not sticking to a book. I'm making it up as I go along. The phone could easily be in my pocket. I could pull it out to remember something and put it back in. It's way easier to me. You as a student should do what works for you. What's the best way you like to read your words? What keeps you on time with the track? How do you like to see words look? Because you could type them, or your handwriting might spark something in your imagination that might bring something else to the song. The journey of the song is conversation. It's like you got this blank canvas and we're just throwing paint.
Me, myself, blessed in mind. Seeing your feet like seeing the necessity divine.
You need words and you need to rehearse how they sound to you. You know, say them to yourself, say them in a sentence, mix a word up that most people in your circle are not familiar with, and put it in a sentence that's cool so that it's easier on the listener. There's so many ideas I have, and just trying to quiet some of them down so I can get out one of them is my process now. Because the other ideas are screaming to be given life, but meanwhile I'm going to pick one, and but the other ones are screaming at me like, this one's better, this one's better. So I'm not going to really get in front of it. I'm just going to let it happen. It's like I'm having a conversation with myself, I guess. Things pop up in your head. You're in your creative space, so thoughts are open and free, and I lay down some lines, and I go back, I listen to how I'm saying it, and I might just change it altogether, start it from the top, say something else. Or maybe the last line I said should be the first line. I need to hit them from the top of the line and keep hitting them. There needs to be no weak parts, you know? And I'll go back and I'll do that until it's done. And then once it's done, I'll come back the next day and I'll change a lot of it. I'll keep doing that.